This morning, rap mogul Jay-Z is denying allegations he 13-year-old girl alongside rapper Sean Diddy Combs. That civil lawsuit filed against Combs in October was amended Sunday to include Jay-Z. The accuser, identified only as Jane Doe, says she was both men at a Video Music Awards after party in 2000. In a blistering statement, Jay-Z accuses Jane Doe's attorney of trying to blackmail him.
He brought you on to speak on Diddy, and it seemed as if your focus turned to Jay-Z, his wife.
That's always been my focus.
Yes. What?
They're one and the same. Tell me something. When you have a peanut butter jelly sandwich, if it's just peanut butter, it's just peanut butter. If it's just jelly, it's jelly. When you put it together, it becomes a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and the taste is undeniable.
You're saying Diddy and Jay-Z is peanut butter jelly
Peanut
time?
butter and jelly. Because everything that he said, denouncing me, and then confirming me, and then talking about, that all happened a day before the report about the 9-year-old boy was released. And before people started confirming that the video that was being shopped around was Bieber and Diddy.
Jay-Z, one of the most iconic figures in music and business, finds himself at the center of a controversy that threatens to tarnish his illustrious career. A bombshell lawsuit has been filed against the rapper, alleging misconduct involving a minor, sending shockwaves through the entertainment industry. The accusations have stunned fans and placed his legacy under intense scrutiny. Adding to the turmoil, Diddy, who has faced his own share of controversies, has pointed a finger at Jay-Z, alleging that the Roc Nation mogul not only knew of certain questionable activities, but may have been complicit in some of them. These claims have escalated the already volatile situation, entangling two of hip-hop's most prominent figures in a scandal that grows more ominous by the day. For Jay-Z, known for his calculated moves, philanthropy, and business ventures, this represents an unprecedented crisis. While he has long maintained a composed and strategic public persona, sources close to him reveal he is privately outraged by the allegations and determined to fight back. Reports indicate he is assembling one of the most formidable legal teams in the industry to defend his name and protect his legacy.
The criminals. Diddy is a drug dealer, and so is Jay-Z. The proof is there. How many up people does he have to be around before people see him for who he is?
It seems like these artists are trying to run away from their past. Diddy changed his name multiple times to say, that's not me, I'm trying to move beyond Diddy, I'm Love now. It seems like Jay-Z would try to run away from his...
Calling that other than anything that he did love. Brother love. What kind of love? Baby oil love. Baby love. Baby love. Explicit love. Hey! They never thought that hip hop would take it this far.
Oh man, it's different now.
These lyrics are all hitting different right now. All that people talking about, fathers, all kinds of stuff.
So let's just start with Piers Morgan, because there's a headline that went out that was very powerful that people are running with, where it just says, Jay-Z is the real monster. Now, before you speak on it, to even get to Piers Morgan, can you explain how that took place and why even take that interview to go forward?
Well, excuse me. I can't say that I sought it out because I didn't. Truth is we didn't see it coming. But I have to credit Odell.
Odeezy.
My love. I have to credit him because since we've combined and joined forces and become a hell of an investigative journalism team. See, I'm the content, I'm the passion, I'm the voice. I'm also the brain, but I do too much by myself. That's the brain. That's the administrator. That's the bloodhound. And he, there were so many people that hacked into so many of my accounts. People didn't even know how to get in touch with me anymore. And Odell created that lane. And they reached out to him. Piers Morgan's producers called him directly. And we talked about it briefly, and I said, we have to do it. We have to. Because the one thing I know about Piers Morgan is he is a smart prey. And not only is he smart prey, he is a great conductor of information. He also vets things viciously. And I want to thank you for that. Because if my word is good enough to make it through Piers Morgan's firewall of please don't sue me, then I guess he just vetted me for every ounce of real life content on this blue couch. We thank you for that.
The implications of this lawsuit are staggering. Jay-Z, who has spent decades building a reputation as a music legend, global businessman, and cultural icon, now faces allegations that threaten every facet of his carefully constructed legacy. With ventures spanning music, fashion, sports, and social justice initiatives, Jay-Z has long been a symbol of success and influence. However, the looming accusations have placed his entire empire under intense scrutiny. For those unfamiliar with the details, Jay-Z and Diddy Combs stand accused in a recently refiled civil lawsuit involving the alleged assault of a 13-year-old girl at an after-party following the 2000 Video Music Awards. Initially filed in October, the lawsuit was updated and resubmitted in New York on Sunday, explicitly naming Jay-Z as a defendant. The plaintiff, now an adult residing in Alabama, claims she endured a horrific ordeal that left her with lifelong emotional scars. According to the complaint, the girl traveled to New York City in hopes of experiencing the VMAs despite not having a ticket. While outside the venue, she was approached by a limousine driver who allegedly claimed to work for Diddy. The driver reportedly offered her an opportunity to attend an exclusive after-party, which she accepted, unaware of the danger ahead. The plaintiff alleges the driver mentioned that Diddy had a preference for younger girls and that she fit the description. Prior to this encounter, she had been standing outside Radio City Music Hall, attempting to gain entry by approaching limousines bringing guests to the event. The lawsuit states the driver took her to a private location where she was asked to sign what she believed was a non-disclosure agreement and was later given a drink she believes was drugged. Once inside, the plaintiff alleges she was subjected to a traumatic assault involving both Jay-Z and Diddy. The complaint alleges that Combs, with a crazed look in his eyes, approached the girl, threw her against a wall, and later onto a bed. Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, is accused of holding the girl down and assaulting her while Combs and a female celebrity reportedly watched. The lawsuit further alleges that Combs assaulted her after Jay-Z, as the same individuals observed. Jay-Z has publicly dismissed the allegations as a blackmail attempt, while Diddy's legal team has categorically denied the claims, describing them as false and defamatory. Both figures face significant public and legal scrutiny as this case unfolds, casting a shadow over their legacies and raising questions about accountability within the entertainment industry.
He said further, quote, "These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree?" He added, "My only heartbreak is for my family. My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people."
Despite denials from both Jay-Z and Diddy, a recently refiled lawsuit has ignited widespread backlash, intensifying scrutiny of allegations of misconduct within the music industry. The lawsuit, which implicates two of hip-hop's most influential figures, threatens to create seismic shifts in their legacies. As the case unfolds, the stakes are monumental, with their reputations, careers, and public images hanging in the balance. The plaintiff alleges that after attempting to interact with various celebrities at a party, she accepted a drink from a waitress. Soon after, she began to feel woozy and sought a place to lie down, entering a room with a bed. According to the complaint, shortly after she laid down, Sean Jay-Z Carter, Diddy Combs, and a well-known female celebrity entered the room. The lawsuit describes a harrowing sequence of events, claiming that Jay-Z held the plaintiff down and assaulted her, while Combs and the unnamed celebrity stood by as witnesses. It further alleges that Combs also assaulted her and later attempted to force her to perform oral sex. The plaintiff says she resisted, managing to escape by punching Combs, gathering her clothes, and fleeing the house. The lawsuit portrays a disturbing culture of neglect, claiming that despite other party guests being present, no one noticed or intervened to help the visibly distressed plaintiff. After escaping, she reportedly fled to a nearby gas station, where a clerk allowed her to use the phone to call her father, who came to pick her up. Now an adult, the plaintiff seeks unspecified damages, hoping to hold Jay-Z, Diddy, and others allegedly involved accountable for their actions. Her claims shine a light on the systemic issues of power dynamics, exploitation, and negligence within the entertainment industry, which she asserts allowed the events of that night to unfold without intervention or consequence. Both men are now under intense public and legal scrutiny as the case progresses, and the stakes have never been higher for their careers and reputations. The plaintiff, who describes the night as a traumatic experience that left lasting emotional scars, recounts calling her father after the ordeal, marking the end of what she calls a night of unimaginable trauma. Her account has brought renewed attention to the darker side of celebrity culture and has shaken the foundations of both Jay-Z and Diddy's legacies. In response to the lawsuit, Jay-Z issued a statement in which he vehemently denied the allegations, calling them a blackmail attempt. He explained that his lawyer received a demand letter from Tony Busby, the plaintiff's lawyer, and claimed that Busby was hoping the public attention and scrutiny would force him to settle. However, Jay-Z said the opposite occurred, stating it made me want to expose you for the fraud you are. He dismissed the claims as idiotic and called out those who believed them, saying that if the situation weren't so serious due to the involvement of children, the allegations would be laughable. Both Jay-Z and Diddy continue to face intense scrutiny as the case unfolds.
He, of course, is more than annoyed, would be an understatement.
Yeah.
He has a family and he has a lot to protect, including his brand. But to the extent that he's saying, hey, come after me criminally, that could be likely. Why do I say that? Because New York, and what's alleged in this complaint is forcible compulsion. What that means in English is that it's saying that he held her down, her, and that, of course, the allegation is that Mr. Combs did the same thing. And so if those facts are actually accurate, it would require an investigation by prosecutors. And if true, right, you could pursue it criminally. Now, with respect to the evidentiary value, yes, it happened 24 years ago, right, more than 24 years ago. But in the allegations, there's a few things. Number one, there's allegation that another celebrity was present at the time, right, in addition to other people. Number two, there's the claim by the victim, right, that she left, that she went and she was seen by a gas attendant who saw her in distress. Number three, that she phone called her dad, who showed up, the 13-year-old, and now removed her. So civil complaint, simply allegations, needs to be proven in a court of law, but if true, it could rise to the level of criminality.
In a statement shared on X, Jay-Z expressed concern that the heinous claims would affect his family, including his 12-year-old daughter, Blue Ivy, and twins, Rumi and Sir, all of whom he shares with wife Beyonce. My only heartbreak is for my family, he said. My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will surely see the press ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people. He added, I mourn yet another loss of innocence. In a letter sent to the judge overseeing the case, Jay-Z's attorney emphasized that Jay-Z is completely innocent, calling the lawsuit a shakedown. The letter clarified that Jay-Z is not mentioned, referenced, or implicated in the criminal investigation involving Diddy and is neither a target nor a person of interest in that inquiry.
Jay-Z came back incredibly forcefully against these allegations and really singled out that attorney as well for being, I'm paraphrasing here, but greedy, saying he's out to get money and calling that letter essentially blackmail.
Yeah, and in addition to that, Jessica, also suing the attorney, saying he's intimidating him, harassing him, etc. Now, demand letters are not new. What lawyers do is they send them out as a matter of protocol and practice so that you can expedite the process. At the same time, there's certain ethical standards that you have to use, and you have to have a good faith factual belief that this is true. Now, you can argue this complaint was filed in October, right? Could have mentioned Jay-Z then. You didn't. Why? It was amended now to include him. Are the factual assertions true? Are they fact or fiction? Is it a money grab or not? All of that will be litigated in a court of law, but according to Jay-Z, this never happened, is pure fiction. It is a money grab, and he's fighting for his name, reputation, and certainly innocence and justice in his view, which is he didn't have anything.
The ongoing legal battle took a new turn with a letter requesting an expedited hearing to strip the plaintiff of her anonymity. This move, likely aimed at questioning the credibility of the allegations, comes amid increasing public and legal scrutiny. Jay-Z's lawyer, Alex Spiro, filed a request with a federal court in New York asking for the dismissal of the case and for the accuser's name to be made public. The filing argues that Jay-Z deserves to know the identity of the person accusing him of criminal conduct, calling the accusations sensationalized and designed to demand large financial compensation while damaging Jay-Z's long-established reputation. Spiro also claimed that the lawsuit was a calculated attempt to force Jay-Z to settle by paying millions, regardless of the truth. He argued that when Jay-Z refused to comply, the plaintiff and her legal team, whose names had already been widely shared in the media, tried to undermine his defense. The filing continued to assert that these efforts to discredit Jay-Z's case ultimately failed. However, stripping the plaintiff of her anonymity raises serious concerns. Given Jay-Z's immense wealth and influence, the risks of revealing the plaintiff's identity go far beyond those typically associated with high-profile lawsuits. Exposing her name could leave her vulnerable to potential intimidation, blackmail, or even coercion to accept hush money. The power dynamics at play in this case make it clear that disclosing her identity could result in retaliation, as figures like Jay-Z can use their resources to sway public opinion or pressure accusers. Preserving the plaintiff's anonymity is critical for her safety and her ability to seek justice without the fear of personal harm or discrediting by powerful figures. The nature of the allegations and the history of powerful individuals silencing accusers underscore the importance of protecting her privacy throughout the legal process. In cases like this, where victims face backlash, the court is likely to prioritize her safety and emotional well-being over the defendant's desire for transparency. Tiny Drews, an attorney representing Sean Diddy Combs, issued a fiery statement in response to the lawsuit. He claimed that the amended complaint and the recent extortion lawsuit filed against attorney Tony Busby expose a series of lawsuits against Combs for what he described as shameless publicity stunts. Drews argued that these lawsuits were designed to extract payments from celebrities who fear having false claims spread about them, much like the allegations made against Combs. He reiterated Combs' staunch denial of the accusations, emphasizing his belief in the judicial process. As his legal team has stated before, Combs has full confidence in the facts, asserting that the truth will prevail in court. Drews firmly denied that Combs was involved in trafficking anyone, whether man or woman, adult or minor. This forceful response underscores Combs' defensive posture as his legal team aims to dismantle the claims made against him, including their push to reveal the plaintiff's identity. By doing so, they signal their intent to aggressively challenge the narrative presented in the lawsuit. However, this move could raise ethical and legal concerns, potentially affecting the trajectory of the case and shaping its public perception. The legal tension surrounding the case deepened last month when attorney Tony Busby was sued by an anonymous male celebrity who accuses Busby of attempting to extort payments by threatening to file false claims. Busby, in turn, vehemently denied the extortion allegations, calling them malicious and unfounded. Busby did not immediately respond to requests for comment, leaving the public to speculate about the ongoing drama. In a bold statement posted on X, Busby made striking accusations of his own. The ongoing legal battle took a dramatic turn as attorney Tony Busby alleged that Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, was behind the anonymous lawsuit filed against him. This accusation marks another twist in an already complicated legal dispute, with Busby continuing to maintain his innocence in the extortion case. The back and forth has only intensified the already high stakes, drawing attention to the complex web of lawsuits and counterclaims that have now entangled several high-profile figures. In a recent statement, Busby claimed that his firm had sent a demand letter on behalf of an alleged victim, who never sought any monetary compensation. Instead, the victim only requested confidential mediation. He criticized Jay-Z for suing him after the letter was sent, accusing the music mogul of attempting to bully and harass both him and the plaintiff. "Since I sent the letter on her behalf, Mr. Carter has not only sued me, but he has tried to bully and harass me and this plaintiff," Busby wrote. "His conduct has had the opposite effect. She is emboldened. I'm very proud of her resolve." Busby further claimed that there has been a coordinated and aggressive effort against him, including frivolous cases being filed against his law firm, defamatory statements being spread, and even mysterious individuals following him and his family. On social media, Busby expressed his confidence in the truth, stating that the public would eventually see through the effort to discredit him and his clients. "I also won't allow anyone to scare my clients into silence," he added, reaffirming his determination to fight back against mounting legal pressure. His words reflect his resolve to serve as a steadfast advocate for his clients despite the ongoing controversies. Meanwhile, Sean Diddy Combs finds himself in an even more precarious situation. Currently in custody in New York, Combs is awaiting trial on serious federal trafficking charges. These charges have added a grave layer to an already heated legal battle. His repeated attempts to secure bail have been denied, further complicating his legal troubles and public image. The charges accuse him of using his vast business empire to facilitate and perpetuate exploitation over an extended period of time, painting a disturbing picture of systematic control. Despite the severity of the accusations, Combs has pleaded not guilty to all charges. As these high-profile cases unfold, the stakes continue to rise for Combs, Busby, and the other figures involved. The coming months are likely to bring more explosive revelations and intense courtroom drama, with the complex legal battles showing no signs of slowing down. Sean Diddy Combs' legal team has consistently denied any wrongdoing, asserting that the claims against him are false and part of a broader attempt to tarnish his reputation. As he faces these serious allegations, his future, both personally and professionally, hangs in the balance. The case, which has already attracted significant attention, is likely to continue capturing public focus as it progresses through the legal system. As the legal drama intensifies, speculation is growing that Combs may attempt to shift some of the blame onto Jay-Z, a move that could reduce his own liability and potentially soften the outcome of this trial. If Combs can convince the court that both he and Jay-Z were equally involved, or in the worst-case scenario, portray Jay-Z as the primary actor in the allegations, it could dilute the burden of guilt. This strategy, though risky, could result in a reduced severity of consequences for Combs. By implicating Jay-Z further, Combs might create reasonable doubt about his own role in the alleged crimes, arguing that responsibility does not lie solely with him. Additionally, presenting Jay-Z as a co-defendant of equal or greater culpability could sway public perception and, more importantly, influence the judge to view Combs' actions in a broader context, rather than as isolated incidents. For Combs, the potential benefits of this tactic are twofold. First, it could shift some of the spotlight away from him, complicating the narrative against him. Second, it could open up a potential avenue for negotiation, where Combs could leverage information about Jay-Z's alleged involvement in exchange for a more favorable outcome, such as a lighter sentence or plea deal. However, this approach is fraught with risks. If the court perceives it as a desperate or dishonest attempt to deflect blame, it could backfire and damage Combs' credibility even further. With so much at stake, it seems increasingly likely that Combs will attempt to shift the burden to Jay-Z as the case unfolds. This strategy isn't entirely new for Jay-Z, who has faced serious accusations before. For years, singer Jaguar Wright has spoken out about what she claims are dark secrets in the music industry, repeatedly stating that both Jay-Z and Combs were involved in troubling activities together. Wright has long asserted that Jay-Z wasn't just a passive observer, but played an active role in what was happening at the time. Many dismissed Wright's claims in the past, calling her bitter or attention-seeking, despite the detailed nature of her allegations. Her efforts to expose what she saw as exploitation by powerful figures in the music business were often ignored or brushed aside. Now, with these new allegations coming to light, Wright's past warnings are gaining new attention. The similarities between her previous statements and the current allegations in court raise significant questions. It's hard not to wonder if the accusations against Jay-Z were always there, waiting for the right moment to be taken seriously. Wright's story highlights a critical issue: how powerful figures are often protected, while those who attempt to expose their actions are silenced or overlooked. This case may finally force people to take a closer look at Jay-Z's past and consider whether warning signs were ignored for far too long. Recently, Wright reignited the conversation with bold allegations against Jay-Z and Beyoncé during her appearance on Piers Morgan Uncensored Asterisk in October. Her comments came as she discussed Combs' ongoing legal troubles following his arrest, further fueling the debate about the true nature of these high-profile figures and their actions in the industry.
Actually, this last time, and Piers Morgan said it, they're not here to defend themselves. Do you think the Carters will speak about any of this at all? Do you just feel that they'll make any statement about what's going
Beyonce is
on?
losing hundreds of thousands, millions of followers every day, and she still hasn't said anything. Just pretending like life is great in Paris.
Is it her place to say something?
I mean, probably not, considering she's gonna be indicted for anything she would say. These are criminals.
Wright didn't hold back, declaring,
For 4 years, I've been screaming, not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters.
Though Morgan later apologized for Wright's explosive statements, her claims have continued to spark conversations. Former celebrity bodyguard Big Homie CC weighed in during an October 23, 2024 interview with Cam Capone News. He highlighted that despite the controversy, Wright has a credible background as a songwriter for some of the biggest names in the music industry, which lends weight to her words. The interview reignited debates over Wright's history of exposing alleged misconduct within the music world, leaving many to wonder if there is more to her claims than the industry has been willing to acknowledge. Homie Cece also noted that, despite her significant contributions, Wright had not received proper credit on certain projects, expressing admiration for her uncensored comments.
I just want to tell Jaguar Wright, be careful. She just went on Piers Morgan. Beyonce and Jay-Z sent Piers Morgan a cease and desist. Made Piers Morgan publicly apologize.
He further warned,
Today, it's about to get dangerous for a lot of people, so if you out here doing what you're doing, because y'all not me, so you better be on your P's and Q's. It's about to get ugly. This is when people start to turn up dead right now. So keep that in mind.
Wright also alleged on *Uncensored* that Jay-Z and Beyonce may have harmed others similar to Diddy's alleged actions. When the interviewer mentioned a lack of evidence, Homie responded that calling them monsters was disrespectful.